In our next example, we would like to create an interlock between two bays, between bay number 1 and 2. And in our first example, we create an interlock just within bay number 1 between the circuit breaker and the disconnect switch on the bus bar. But now we want to create an interlock between this disconnect switch of bay 1 with the disconnect switch of bay number 2, which will be that you can only close this disconnect switch, so enable close only if this disconnect switch is open. So in order to do that, we have to create another function, and we will create this function in our first relay again. So you go open and the tree here for your first relay. You go down to function charts, and you can, if you like, can create this little program in the same function group here, or you can add another chart. It's up to you what you prefer. I will create another function, little small function for interlock. Lock bay 1 and bay 2. And this is actually almost the same way to do it. Just want to show you another way to do it because the library of this relay is very powerful, what you can do. So what we will need is again a function block that takes my position. The position is usually a double point indication, and the connect block that we have used before is only a single, can only handle single point. So what we will do is we will convert the double point information into single point. So it's double point to single point converter. If you go down here, this little information area will describe you what this block does. So you drag and drop this into your workspace again. And now we have to assign signals again. So on the right hand side you click on signals, and what you will do now is you go not to your first relay, you will go to your second relay. So we create a function in our first relay, but we can grab information from our second relay. So here you see the information of bay number 2, the disconnect ground switch, and we want to see the position of this disconnect switch. Here you can see DPC stands for double point information. You drag and drop this to your input. Only one at a time. Then you drop this on the input of this function block. And when you do this, a few things have happened. First, you assign this signal of bay number 2 to your function in bay 1 here, in our first relay. And in the background, Digsi-5 already has created all the necessary goose messages to send this double point indication to your first relay and assign it to this function. So it has all happened in the background, which actually means you don't have to really care about communications anymore. You don't have to know what logical nodes are. You work in your environment, what you understand, and connect things like you want. So now we have taken the information from our disconnect switch, and we said when this disconnect switch is open, then we will allow to close the first disconnect switch. So you take this information, if the position is off, it's open, then you allow closing the disconnect switch on the bus bar. Okay, done. No goose, drag and drop, all done in the background. Dixie has done this for you. Next thing you can do is, again, to check your configuration, you can compile it. And if the information window on the bottom says everything 0 errors and no warnings, then everything is okay. You can save your project and again load this into a relay and check the interlockings if they work.